Hello, my children of the night. I'm anime viewer 666, and today we're going to be looking at Death Parade, an anime that had so much potential at the start, but did it follow through with that potential? Well, let's see, shall we? Start off our story in the afterlife. Quinn Deckham is a bar in sort of a purgatory, and in the story we learn there are multiple of these bars. These bars serve as sort of, in a way, courtrooms where the people are judged after they die. But instead of being judged by a god or something of that sort, they are judged by arbiters. Arbiters are sort of like these immortal beings who supposedly have no emotion. I'll get more into that in a little bit. These characters judge humans based on both their memories and also on their actions. When humans come to Quindeco, they come in pairs. And when they come in these pairs, they don't remember how they died. They don't even remember that they're dead, and they may or may not have most of their other memories intact. It just depends on the individual. It is up for the arbiter's job to make the two people play a game. This game has sort of life or death scenarios involved, forcing the darkest parts of their souls to be basically set free. There is some sort of questionable ways that some of the arbiters do things, but overall an arbiter's job is just to see if a person is good or bad, depending what they would do in life-threatening situations, and also with the memories that they have in their previous life. Most enjoyable part of this show to me was the individual people that were being judged and trying to piece together their backstory in a little mystery kind of thing. Each one is usually finished within the episode, so I'm surprised that they were able to make so many stories in such a tight space of time, particularly considering this only has 12 episodes. I will say, because this story is ultimately about morality and what is right and what is wrong within the stories of judging people, you may or may not like certain outcomes that happened in the show when people are being judged. I found one or two judgments that I found to be quite unfair, but that's just me personally. 66. Oh, sorry, I mean 666 because you gotta go all emo on me every year. This is all well and good, but what about the actual characters within the show? Oh, Canada, I kind of forgot you were there. Okay, yes, there are multiple characters in this show, most of them arbiters and other characters that are human, but I don't want to get too much into their stories because pretty much everything about them is kind of spoilery, so I don't want to dive too deep into it. As I mentioned earlier, one of the things about arbiters are they're supposedly without emotion, but pretty much every arbiter has some kind of emotion. So that whole they're dolls, they have no emotion thing they keep bringing up in the story really doesn't work. There's also the fact that I felt the show deserved far more episodes than it got. This could have easily been a 25 episode anime, though I suppose some may think that wears a little thin given the premise, but I felt that there needed to be a bit more. Maybe they'll make a prequel or a sequel series. Who knows, but I will find it quite interesting if they do, because there definitely needs to be more. Just a quick warning though, when you watch this, unless you are completely heartless, you will cry quite a bit, because this takes you on the sad train with a lot of these backstories. Just saying. At the end of the day, I give this show 4 stars out of 5. It is an above average show that definitely deserves the hype it had, though I did expect a bit more from it in the story department. With all that said, I am the anime viewer 666, and until next time, my children of the night.